Good morning, y'all. It is finally Friday. Thank goodness. Let's get this started. Okay, y'all. So eyes are prepped, brows are done. Y'all already know. I'm gonna go in with that Rimmel thing to sit down as my base. I have been absolutely loving this. It's like the perfect like brown shade for my base color. You know, I have other brown ones, but they're all either way too dark or just way too light. This one is like perfect. So it works very well. Anyway, so today I'm thinking I kind of want to do like a purple look. You know, purple, a soft purple look, nothing intense. Just a soft purple. So we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. But that's the plan, is a purple look. Anyway. All right, so that is done. The base is done. And let me get this one. That one might be a little too orangey. I'm trying to find a darker brown to kind of put on the crease. Before that though, let me clean off this brush here. And we're gonna go ahead and lay our purple down. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I wanna, well, let's go in with this one first. This one from Sephora. I don't know if they sell these anymore, but I'm gonna go in with this one. I'm gonna go in with that purple shade right there, that light purple shade. And I'm gonna set that just on my lid. I'm gonna take that flat brush that I just cleaned off. And that's just gonna go, yeah, that's pretty, on the lid. And this kind of gives it like spring vibes. That looks really pretty. Okay, cool. You know what, maybe I should add some pink on the crease instead. I don't know how that would look. Instead of brown. I might do that actually. I'll use the, I might use the, what I used, was it yesterday? I don't know, whenever it was. I might use the pink, the Milani pink, or you know what? I'm gonna go in with, like I said, y'all, I never know what I'm doing in the morning. I kind of just wing it and hope for the best. Let's go in with the Garden of Juvia's palette, and let's go in with this pink shade right there. Peony pink, however you say it. And we'll put that on the crease. That looks pretty. I like that. There we go. Now some of the purple has fallen off. So let's just go back in. and reapply. That looks cute for our brow bone, I think. Let's stick with the Garden of Juvia. Let's go in with Gardenia, that shade down there. Now we're going to go back in with that base shade and just blend everything kind of together. I didn't add any more product. I'm just using the same brush that I used the pink with. Bringing it up just a little. Kind of softening up the edges is basically what I'm doing. Looks cute. All right, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back. All right, eyes are done. They look so pretty. It's giving spring vibes for sure. I love it. Anyway, so I went ahead and added the Huda Beauty brightener. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna add any of it. Sometimes I'll go with the NARS and add just a little bit on some blemishes and stuff, but I don't feel like doing that today. Yeah, let's blend this out real quick. All right, so that is done. All right, so we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm gonna be using the SheGlam Complexion Pro. I'm gonna be using this one. This is in the shade Almond. Of course, as always, it is too dark and just a little too orange for me. So, as always, I lighten it up with this and then I cool it down some with this, just a little bit, not a lot. I love SheGlam. I really wish I should really order some more of their products, but don't really need any more. But they are extremely affordable and great. The only problem is trying to find your shade online is not always the easiest. So anyway, so I have the foundation here. Now this is a thick formula. So if you're not somebody who likes thick makeup, I would definitely not suggest this one. But for me, I love it. It works. It gives me full coverage, full beat, which is what I like. So add this to the face now. You know what's so funny is when I watch some of these beauty influencers and they're like, oh, it feels like nothing on your skin at all. You know, it feels like you're not wearing anything. And I feel like that's a little deceiving, especially to people who don't wear makeup, you know. You don't tell them that like it's so light, it's skin light. I mean, maybe that will work for like skin tints or like tinted moisturizers because they're not foundation. But like something like this, for example, I'm not gonna be here and tell you, oh, it feels like nothing at all on your face. Unless you're used to wearing makeup every day, or you're used to wearing makeup, period. Then yeah, it may feel like nothing to you. But if you're not used to wearing makeup, not even every day, but if you're not used to wearing makeup at all and you go with something like this, it will feel very heavy on your skin. I'm just gonna be straight up very transparent with you guys. It is what it is. It's very true. It is a thick formula. You will feel it. And throughout the day, you may feel like, oh my God, I need this off of my face, just because you're not used to wearing such thick makeup. Now, there are some out there that are full coverage and might be maybe a little bit more liquidy. And those might feel a little lighter, but like I said, if you're not used to wearing makeup, you're still gonna feel it. It might feel a little heavy. That's just the way it is, and that's just the honest truth. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Okay, when I restarted makeup, because I used to do my makeup before back in the day, and then I stopped for a while, and then I restarted, found my love for makeup again. It took me a while to get used to wearing such a lot of makeup every day. Now that I'm used to it, to me, this feels fine. It doesn't feel heavy or anything like that to me. But yeah. Now, it also depends on how much you put on. Layers is going to be your best friend. So thin layers. And when you have a full coverage foundation like this one, you don't need a lot. You really, really don't. And I usually don't do a lot. I'll do like maybe 2 pumps on the back of my hand, and then I add this in the blue, and that's it. It's really not a lot. It looks like a lot because it's full coverage, but it's not. And as always, I always set it down with my brush first, and then I will go in with a sponge just to kind of smooth it out, but it also picks up any excess, however you say it, makeup or foundation, I should say. There we go, and that right there gives me a nice smooth base. And I still have a good bit of product over here. I didn't use it all, so there we go. All right, also I went ahead and did my contour, and I used the Rare Beauty thing in the shade Soulless. I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 35N. So just gonna do that real quick. Already know, some there, a little bit up here, some right here, and as always, some right here. Just like that. Looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all out. Another thing I wanted to mention was the concealer under the eye. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, don't use too much. You don't need a lot. Like, girl, hello? Have you met my dark circles? Okay, a little dot. I don't care how full coverage you say your concealer is. a little dot of your concealer is not going to cover it up. I'm sorry. It's just not. I've tried. Okay, all these full coverage concealers, they say, oh, you don't need a lot. You just a little dot, it'll cover it up. And they have somebody who has dark circles and they put just a dot and they, I saw it with this one. This is a great concealer, don't get me wrong. I do love this concealer. But, no. All right, y'all, so I'm back. Concealer, blend it out. Now we're gonna move on to blush. And I'm actually gonna be using two. So I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. blush in the shade Bold Face Lilac to keep it with the purple theme. But I'm also gonna use Blush Lily from Juvia's Place. So these two right here. Now, they're both very pigmented, but Juvia's, as we know, is a lot more pigmented. So I'm gonna go in with this one first. I think I'm gonna put this one on the top here, like that. That one up there. Yeah. And then the e.l.f. one, I'm going to stick that one down here. As you can see, they are both different. The e.l.f. one is a little bit darker. Probably should have switched them, but it's okay. So let's blend out Miss Juvia's here. And we're gonna mix it in with the e.l.f. one. Oh, that's pretty. All right, let's do the same on this side. That looks so pretty. I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit more of Juvia's because I want it a little bit brighter. So, just like that. Tiniest little bit on the nose. And the chin. That's it. That's it. Let me cut this out first. Nose. And then blend out the cheeks. And that is so pretty. Now, if you ever feel like you've added too much, just go back in with your sponge. Just tap. Just like that. I do want to brighten up the under eyes, so I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade 29N. Now this one, I will use just a dot, nothing crazy, because I already have concealer. So, and I'm not going to put it all the way up here. I'm kind of just down there. That's it. That's it. So let's go ahead and blend that out. There we go. Okay, looks good. Alright, y'all, so face is set. I have been baking for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and take all this off. I went ahead and contoured the nose. So let's go ahead and brush all of this off here. There we go. Okay, for the under eyes, always go with a smaller brush. I usually close my eyes because I don't want any of the powder to get in there. There we go. Just take a puff and kind of. There we go. Looks good. Now we're gonna go in with our bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the Juvia's Place bronzer in the shade Tan. As always, I use the top one for my forehead and the bottom one for my cheeks. So let's go in with the top. There we go. Now the bottom one is for the cheeks. There we go. Maybe a little too much, but whatever. It is what it is. Okay, that looks good. Now, blush. Let's move on to blush. So for blush, we're gonna go in with the NYX Buttermilk Blush in All the Buddha, and it's a nice little purple blush here. Love. Gotta stick with the purple theme, so just a little bit of that. Tap off any excess because this stuff is also very, very pigmented. So and although it is a purple blush, it does show up a little bit more pink on my skin tone, but that's okay. All right, we'll be back and we'll do some eyeliner, mascara, all that. All right, y'all, so let's move on to eyeliner. So I'm gonna be using black. I'm not gonna use brown this time. I feel like black would look a lot better. And my favorite black eyeliner is from Wet n Wild. It's this one right here. It is waterproof, so it is great. That is what the tip looks like. Very, very small. Now the way I do my eyeliner is I stick very, very close to the water line, to my lid line. I stick as close to it as I can. I'm not a thick eyeliner type of person. I'm more of a thin and then a small wing. Can I do thick? Yes, but I just choose not to. It's just not what I like. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna have my mirror. I'm gonna try and get up close so y'all can see. My mirror down here so I can see. But I kind of just take it. I always start off at this edge here. Just start laying it down. And be silent because this requires concentration. So, but just like that. You see how I'm staying as close to my, whatever the line, whatever the name of this line is, lid line, whatever. So that is what I'm doing. And there's that. Now, for my wing, I kind of just go from the edge, and then I just start going up, just like that. Just a little flick. Now, I do like to make the edges a little bit thicker, so I kind of just go like this and just start thickening it up some. And that's it. That's how I do my liner. If I feel like I need to make it a little thicker, then I go back in and just trace, not trace over it, but kind of just like make like another small line above the line that I already have. Like that. And that is how I do my eyeliner. I'm gonna do the other one off camera real quick and I'll be back. Okay, y'all, so I set my face with the setting spray. I love the setting spray. I went ahead and did the finishing powder. Now we're gonna move on to lips. Oh, I did my mascara. I used the Essence Lash Princess, the purple one that I showed you guys. So for lips, I'm actually gonna do something a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I'm gonna do a lip that obviously will go with this. Usually I try to stick to more like a nude or something, but I'm gonna do something a little different. So I'm gonna go in with the NYX matte lip liner in the shade Tea and Cookies, this one right here. And then for lipstick, we're gonna go in with the, of course, Juvia's Place in the shade Chic. And I think all of that will tie in very, very well together. Now, this is a very pink lip liner, which is not something that I'm really used to doing. So, you know, let's go ahead and step out of the comfort zone and have some fun. So here we go. Okay, y'all, so I am done. Hair is done. Makeup is done. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna call this like my purple spring look. That's what I'm gonna go with. Anyway, so that is that. Oh, before I go, I wanted to show you guys this. This is my One Size Ultra Peach Setting Powder. Look at that. That is all I have left. I'm definitely gonna have to get a new one because I use this one pretty much every single day. This is my favorite one. This one and the Huda Beauty in Peach Pie. These two are my absolute go-to. So anyway, that is it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me for more, and I will see y'all maybe this weekend. If not, definitely Monday. Bye, y'all.